This is the most commonly asked interview question, and it is probably one of the worst ones you could think about asking. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Why is it so awful? Candidates have no idea where to go with this question. Usually it's the first one asked to them. Candidate gets kind of frozen up. What do I say? How much do I say? Am I talking about myself personally? Am I talking about myself professionally? Do I talk for 2 minutes? Was that not long enough? Should I have been longer? Am I too long? Am I rambling? It is a nightmare of a question to ask, tell me about yourself. Don't want to ask it, avoid it. If you want to find out about the candidate in a way where maybe you want to know about their resume highlights, is there anything in particular that you'd like to highlight on your resume? That's a great way to get them to go and highlight, because sometimes there's a story behind a bullet point on a piece of paper. By asking that, you will find out about them professionally. Now, if you want to get to know more about them as an individual, a good way to ask that question is, tell me about your best friend. Who's your best friend? Why are they your best friend? It's easier to talk about somebody else than it is to talk about ourselves. Now, when it comes to a best friend, what will happen is that best friend generally will either have qualities that the person shares with them or qualities that they aspire to have. Now, sometimes they may say things like, oh, my best friend and I are, we're nothing alike. And you think, oh boy, that was a mistake to ask that. But really what they'll do is they may say, oh, I'm very regimented and scheduled, and I have a family and my friend's single and goes out and parties and things like that. But what I really like about my friend is that they're loyal, they're trustworthy, and anytime I need them, they can be there. So even though they may start by saying they're different, we kind of got to it at the end. To recap, worst question you can ask, tell me about yourself. Ways to ask it from the professional sense. Is there anything you'd like to highlight on your resume? From a more personal sense, can you tell me about your best friend? Who's your best friend and why? That'll help you get to know the candidate by avoiding asking a completely useless question.